Welcome, everybody, to another episode of Gordium. Today, you're joining us for a lean business canvas. So, this is the second step in our evaluation process. We first kind of vote on how important or how valuable we think a problem is, how much we want to do it. And then from there, we evaluate the business case here in the lean canvas. So, today, we're evaluating the business case for bike signals are dangerous to make. The problem here is that, if you're biking and you have to turn left, you're supposed to wave your arm around while you're in the middle of traffic, just super dangerous to do, to take a hand off the pedal, at least for someone like me who's not super coordinated. Um, I feel like biking is dangerous in general,
Yeah.
and this kind of added on in one of the most dangerous situations. You're supposed to signal and put yourself in a more vulnerable position. Like, it just seems like a ton of risk and really problematic. Yeah. So what we were kind of thinking, well, I guess let's dive into, do you know if there are existing alternatives? Have you poked at this at all?
No, I know I've heard of this problem before you brought it up. So I'm guessing there's like DIY solutions.
Yeah. And I
Um,
imagine too, there's like a DIY vest. I imagine there's like DIY turn signals on handlebars, right?
mhm.
Or I mean DIY, or maybe there's a product out there.
Yeah.
They have not reached great penetration into the market.
Mhm.
Because even the really big bikers I know do not have something for this.
Yeah, I think most
So
of it, they avoid situations like this, right? They go on,
yeah, country roads.
country roads where they don't need to do a lot of turning and there's not a lot of traffic.
I mean, that's an existing alternative, is avoid traffic.
Yeah. Malcolm
Yeah.
Gladwell had a recent podcast where he's talking more about autonomous vehicles, but he's talking with a professional cyclist, and it's like, have you ever been hit by a car? And the answer is like, yep. And it's like, okay, so cars are just inherently dangerous to bike around.
Yeah. Like Liv, my fiance Liv has seen in LA two different people get hit by a car on a bike already. And she's been here for 3 months. So yeah. Especially in Los Angeles, biking is very dangerous
Yeah.
because people drive crazy. And actually in Los Angeles, there's very few left turn lanes. So that's why you get a lot of traffic, is because there's only there's no specific left turn. So to turn left, a lot of times you have to go when it turns red and the other lane stops, or actually stops. Then you turn left after you see red. Um, so so as a biker, that's what you'd have to do. You'd have to go out, if you're turning left. So at that point, I don't know how much a turn signal is going to help you, but
Yeah.
maybe it'll help a little bit. Okay, so our solution, which solution do you want to present? The Bluetooth connected vest with buttons on the handlebars?
I think
Yeah, I think that's probably,
yeah.
yeah. So
Basically turning those DIY projects into a formalized product.
yeah, and I think then we could get into some really sick features like a auto turn detection. Like, that'd be really fun.
Yeah.
Um,
Integrate it with Google Maps.
ooh,
What?
yeah. I just hate Google now. I'm reading the Age of Surveillance Capitalism, and it's really, I don't want to give Google any more data than they already have. But that is actually a really great integration. I think that'd make a lot of sense. If Google knows where you're going, it could just turn it on. That'd be dope.
Yep. It knows where you are and where you're going and the route you're taking.
That'd be a bit, yeah. I didn't think about that.
You don't need to do prediction. You just turn now. Um, this is not the right time for solutions, but something I just thought of, instead of a button to, make the signal for you, you could have a button where it, like turns on a dampener for the handlebar. So you could press and hold it, and then it's harder to, steer. So you can, raise your hand to make your signal with less likelihood of, flipping your bike or whatever.
That increases resistance
Mm-hmm.
to turning, so the bike is more stable.
Yep.
Yeah, I like that. I'm also going to add in here that we could integrate with
Giggle Maps.
integrate with Google Maps to make this seamless. God, I feel like that's almost a must-have, dude. Now that you've said that, like, I feel like that's the unique value proposition, is it's like completely automated.
Yeah. Do we want to do that instead
think-
of the Bluetooth?
I think so.
Yeah, I guess that's what we all. Yeah.
It could be Apple Maps, I guess, too.
Yes, with map services.
Yeah, like signaling is no longer something you have to worry about. Which I feel like there's a good high level concept buried in here. It's like it's not the autonomous car of biking.
Well, it's like the automatic transmission.
Oh yeah. I don't even try to come up with high level concepts anymore. Like yours are just consistently high quality, and so I throw something lame out there and hope that. Okay. This is, we vote on this, then that. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, folks, it's been a while. Oh man, I think I'm ready to vote.
Yeah. I'll give it a 1.
I'm gonna give it a 2. I think the automatic turn signals is pretty exceptional.
Yeah.
But I'm also not a biker, so I feel like running this by a biker would be good at some point. What's our unfair advantage? Like, I feel like there's not even, it would be, I think our unfair advantage would be, it could be tech. It could be that our tech just works and nothing else works like the tech.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think we've got a little bit of timing on our side, right? Where 10 years ago, we didn't have the, phones or the map services to allow for this.
Yeah.
And then we've got a mechanical engineer and a, software developer. So we could make it
I feel
technically.
like this are, yeah.
I don't think, yeah.
I guess our unfair advantage would be the technical quality of the product.
Yeah.
One question I have is why hasn't Garmin done this? They're huge into biking gear.
So I think, our customer segments is going to sort of show us something, or I'm going to propose something for customer segments. And it's that um,
Yeah.
it's not bikers who want this, it's biking commuters.
Oh, you're right. You're right. You're right. Yeah. Yeah.
Right? Because if you're a biker, you're not going to wear a vest or put, something that increases the drag or,
That's
all
true.
these things.
I think that might be, and then like friends of bikers. Well, like really family.
Yeah. Should we vote on unfair advantage?
No. Yeah.
No,
Uh
screw the process.
I have my answer.
I give it a 0.
I agree. It's really sad.
Weak
I love
unfair
the idea, but
advantage.
it's very weak. Uh Early adopters. I mean bike commuters, I feel like.
Yeah,
In big cities specifically.
I think there's a pretty clear customer segment.
Yeah. And then a channel would be
No
like
idea. I don't know. I don't know that.
companies with commuters. Maybe this is an insurance cell. Insurance
That
companies,
would not
right?
go well.
Why is that?
Like all these companies saying, "Oh, you need to run Google Maps or a map service to get to work."
No, more like an incentive. Like so for right now, like if I were to bike to work, well, when I worked at Atomic, when I biked to work, I would get paid a little bit. Like they would
Oh, really?
reimburse me for certain things and equipment. Yeah, like you just give it.
Okay.
So you what we'd do is we'd partner with a company. We'd say, hey,
Yep.
yeah, offer this to your employees.
Yeah.
Companies with commuters, and then I don't know beyond this.
Well,
Like,
you could go to, even though bikers and bike commuters are different cat or groups of people, some overlap. They both buy their bikes from the same spot, which is bike shops,
bike shops. Yeah.
which is actually kind of convenient because they're local. So you can
Yeah, you could just build atomic networks
yep,
out.
yep.
Okay. I I think I have my vote.
I've got my vote. Since you think you have your vote, go first.
A 1.
I give it a 1. I think
I,
it's a strong one.
I know
but
it's right on the edge of 2. I really I wish we had a 1.5.
That's not how it works, Jimmy.
Fine. Our cost structure is like a direct to consumer. Well, we could do direct to consumer, or no, that's a revenue stream. Cost structure is like hardware, right?
Mhm.
I don't know that this makes. I want to look into this cost structure. I want to look at some examples because I don't know that we're doing this right. I mean, hardware, advertising, website, the software development side of it.
Mhm.
Yeah. Revenue streams would be direct to consumer or wholesaling, right?
Mhm.
So we could probably have like an online store, which is just thinking about how easy that is. That's crazy. Like think about like 15 years ago to have like an online store. Now you have Shopify and basically do it for free. And there's Amazon fulfillment. You don't even have to have a warehouse or anything. Like
Mhm.
everything's very easy now. Okay. I think I have my answer for those too.
Yeah, me too.
What do you think?
I give it a 1.
I agree.
I think this one's a low one.
I know that leaves us at a 3.5, which is failing,
It's failing.
which
Yeah.
I feel like is actually that this is the system working, I think.
Yeah.
This is the kind of idea we could have gotten trapped in. I think
Yeah.
there's a very small market. I think it's a low margin product.
Yep.
Or I mean, if it could be high margin. Maybe it would be high margin, but it's just going to
Well,
cost.
but
It's
it's
going to
still a
cost a lot to
hardware
develop.
product. So
Yeah,
it's,
our margins are limited.
yeah.
It's gonna. I mean, there's a ton of setup here. You to do this right, we have to hire a bunch of engineers and firmware and software.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
this is
to me, this is like you go on Kickstarter, have a successful campaign, and then get screwed when you realize it's, 5 times more expensive than first thought.
you raised for.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that makes this a not or not now.
Mhm.
There's our canvas. Let's take canvas off of here.
Yeah, not or not now and failed
And
canvas.
failed canvas. Yeah, I mean, I think that's the process working. So it's kind of sad when the process works like this, It's a
Yeah.
bummer. But well, that is all we have time for. Thank you, folks, for joining us, and be safe out there on your bikes.